What is good, YouTube? How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday, man. We are here with a little bit of news coming out of the Las Vegas Raiders. That's what we do here, right? And as you can see by the title and thumbnail, the league's leader in rushing yards. It's looking like the discussions have begun in getting a contract with Mr. JJ28, Josh Jacobs, to keep him back in Vegas. Now, earlier on, when the season was still going on, Jacobs was pretty clear to the media. He wanted to stay as a Raider. This is where he wanted to be. Now, he reiterated that again, but this time with a different choice of words. He says that it has to make sense for me. But this is where I want to stay. Now, yesterday in a presser, our head coach, Josh McDaniels, he stated that the process, yes, we've had contact with Josh Jacobs about potentially getting an extension done. And ultimately, we hope that in the end, Josh Jacobs will be here. So it looks like both parties are trying to get things done, as that's how it looks. Now, something to note, right? The Raiders didn't pick up his fifth-year option. Jacobs' agent could use that against the Raiders. We also did not expect Josh Jacobs to produce over 2,000 yards of offense for the Las Vegas Raiders. We knew that our offense was going to be striking. We didn't know that Jacobs was going to produce over 2,000 yards. 1,650 is what he produced on the ground, and 400 even through the air. Josh Jacobs absolutely balled. And here's what I think is the best case for the Las Vegas Raiders. If you guys watched one of my previous videos, I did mention that a franchise tag is the best thing to do. And personally, I think the franchise tag is inevitable for Josh Jacobs. It sounded as if, though, even if they can't get a long-term deal done, McDaniels kind of wanted him no matter what, at least for this next season, right? I think that, with a lot of rumors about possibly bringing in Brady, I do think that Josh Jacobs is a big part of that. As Brady stated, he wants to go to a team with a standout rushing attack, and that's exactly what Mr. Josh Jacobs brings to this offense. Like I said, almost 1,700 rushing yards. That's not just a good rushing attack. That's an elite rushing attack coming from the number one running back in the NFL this season. So, let me say this. A franchise tag does seem inevitable. For those of you guys who don't know, the franchise tag this year for a running back is going to run us $12.7 million against the cap. That is what the franchise is for. But if we do it correctly and we do what a franchise tag is actually meant for, which is getting a player a contract up until you guys can find an extension for him, and I hopefully think that we can get an extension done for at least a 2-year deal on top of that. So I'm going to give you guys a little hidden gem on what I dropped in my other video. Like I said, I think the best thing that you can give Josh Jacobs is a 2-year extension, $24 million, averaging around $11.9 million a season. And guess what? If we give him that extension on top of the franchise tag, we can bring that cap hit down quite a bit with more guaranteed money. Now, that's the tricky part, right? We've seen many contracts get thrown to running backs around the league, around the NFL. Running backs can have a big impact. Le'Veon Bell got a big contract. His production went down. Ezekiel Elliott got a big contract. His production went down. The best running back on the Dallas Cowboys, it's not Ezekiel Elliott right now. And guess what? He's the one getting like triple, quadruple times the amount as the actual big dude on the team over there, right? So let me ask you guys this. If Josh Jacobs got the franchise tag plus another $24 million, he'd be looking at around $36, $37 million throughout 3 years, averages around like $12.1, $12.2 million a season. How much would you give Josh Jacobs in guaranteed money? In my opinion, I'd give him just about the first 2 years guaranteed, just because if in that second year it doesn't work well, we want to find a way out of that contract. And I think that's the best way to move forward, right? Franchise tag him and extend him for 2 seasons. Ultimately, you have him for 3 more. You have him until he's 28, which gives him a fair shot to get another payday in his 20s. I think that's fair for Josh Jacobs. Ultimately, I think the deal should be around 3 years, $37 million, and roughly about, let's say, 21 or 22 of that guaranteed. I would be fine with that. That allows the Raiders to have an out at the end of the deal, and it also allows us to bring the cap space down for Josh Jacobs. But the good news is here, you guys, that it does seem like this is going to happen, and we are going to get something done and dusted for Mr. JJ28, the league leader in rushing yards this season, which is a massive, massive deal, right? Regardless if you like Brady or not, but if you do, this is a big piece of maybe getting Brady to Vegas. He stated he wants a rushing attack and he wants an offense that he's familiar with. We would have both if Josh Jacobs would come back to town. So hopefully we get this done before JJ hits the open market. I do think that Miami, a team like that, would throw the freaking bank at him if he were to hit the open market. So hopefully we get this deal done sooner rather than later. But let me know what you guys think on this situation. It does look like it's kicking up, and I'm happy about that. I want JJ to be back in this offense next season. But the big question, let me know what you guys think the guaranteed money should be for this contract if we do get an extension on top of a franchise tag for Josh Jacobs. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section down below. As always, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I love y'all. Stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm out, you guys. Peace.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.